Welcome to Watch and Skip Movie Reviews. Please silence your cell phones. Are you fucking serious? Come on now. We're trying to make love here!
Hey guys, this is Kevin and this is Watch or Skip, the movie review channel where I go into movies I like, don't like, some you might not have seen before, and talk more in depth with it than just telling you what the movie is about. Now this is a fun one. This is going to be a new movie that just released, and hopefully you have not seen before, so I won't go into too many spoilers, but I will tell you what I genuinely liked and didn't like about the movie and what I thought about it. So first we're going to shout out a couple of people. First and foremost, we got Red Dot on the Shot, at red.tem, T-E-M, on IG. If you don't follow him, follow him. He does a really good job with not just these kind of videos, but also music videos and stuff like that as well. Then we also have Capital Workspaces, which is the space we're in right now. And right next door is actually a space where me and Evan, my best friend and co-host of Running with Scissors, do our podcast. So it has a lot of really cool space for you guys if you want to do board meetings, podcasts, YouTubes like this, and much more. They have the space. So if you want to check them out, they are in Bethesda. But anyway, we're going to go right into this movie. I'm reviewing Judas and the Black Messiah, which is a movie about Fred Hampton and William ONeil, who was hired by the FBI to basically infiltrate the Black Panther Party in Illinois. So this movie is not only about those two characters, but also about the events that took place from when William became a Black Panther all the way to the pretty much when everything fell apart for the Black Panther Party chapter in that area. I'm not going to go into too many spoilers, but if you know the story of Fred Hampton, you know what happens in this movie, and probably what led up to it as well. But that's the basic synopsis of it. You got to watch to see more. It has a lot. It really does have a lot of information that I didn't have previously, so I did learn a lot from this movie. But as far as acting goes, we have Daniel Kaluuya. I think that's your name. Hopefully I didn't mispronounce it, man. But he plays Fred Hampton, the leader of the Chicago Black Panthers. And he is a charismatic, extremely good speaker. And it goes into, what his life was like. He has romance. He has struggles with being able to get his message across, with working with other people. And it's very interesting to see that whole story. We also have Lakeith Stanfield, one of my favorite actors, playing William Wild Bill ONeil, who basically goes into this whole situation as a kid that was stealing cars and stuff like that, and then was recruited by the FBI to spy on the Black Panther Party, on Fred Hampton, on anybody that they perceived to be a terrorist. Because at the time, you guys that don't know history, the FBI was extremely anti-commie, anti-Black Panther. They were definitely looking at these guys very closely, and they were actively trying to do things like this, infiltrate the group, figure out what's going on, and see if there's any danger or what they perceived as danger. And it didn't end well in a lot of cases. This is one of them. We also have Dominique Fishbeck. She plays Deborah, the love interest for, Daniel's character, Fred Hampton. And she does a really good job in this. If you don't remember who she is actually the sister in the Hate You Give. And she does a really good job in that too. And she was also in Project Power. It's really nice to see her roles expand from just being like this teenage girl to an actual figurehead in a movement. We also have Jesse Plemons. I had to figure out how to spell his name. Apparently 1M, by the way. He plays FBI agent Roy Mitchell, who is the guy that's basically the handler for Lakeith's character, ONeil. We also have Martin Sheen as J. Edgar Hoover, who plays, the FBI director that everyone knows notoriously and in some cases positively. But whatever you feel about him, this guy does a pretty good job, and you can obviously tell who he's playing from the get-go. And he is the guy running the whole investigation as the head of the FBI at the time. And there's a few other actors as well. For nitty-gritty, I really just have a couple of facts that I figured out by just looking at the movie and then seeing a couple of things online. First is that there's 3 Get Out actors in this. Lil Rel also has a short role in this. So if you count him, Daniel, and Lakeith, that's 3 actors from Get Out. Then we have 2 actors from The Hate You Give. There's the kid that played Khalil which is the kid that got shot in The Hate You Give. And then Dominique plays the sister or the daughter of King in that movie as well, which is a very good movie. I recommend both of them. If you like horror, you'll like Get Out. And if you like just watching a movie and getting like an experience out of it, not necessarily a positive one, but The Hate You Give was a very powerful movie as well. We also have the second film in 2 years, because in 2020, the Trial of the Chicago 7 released, but the second movie with Fred Hampton in 2 years. So they're definitely taking a look at this character in different ways. The Trial of Chicago 7, I heard, was a really good movie. I have not finished it, so I'm not going to give you an actual like recommendation on it. But it was, it's getting positive reviews. It's on Netflix right now. We also have the fact that there's a couple of small inaccuracies. If you're watching a movie to like learn, like I am, basic information, then get to learn more, like I'm going to start reading up on this stuff. If you're just going into a movie and going, that's the facts right there, that's everything I need to know about that situation, no. Like almost every movie is not historically accurate. The Blind Side is not how that movie exactly took place. That's not even really how that character acted in real life. He's a lot more humorous. Little stuff like that. So there's small inaccuracies. ONeil was not his driver, and that's one of the inaccuracies. That's not really a spoiler because in the trailer they show him driving him around. This is also inaccurate in age as well. Daniel is 31, I believe. He plays a 21-year-old in Fred Hampton, who was very young as the leader of basically a whole chapter of the Black Panther Party. And Lakeith is 29 at the time that I looked this up, and he plays a 17-year-old. ONeil was extremely young when he was recruited, which is crazy to me that they trusted a teenager with this job, let alone somebody that might share the same views as the Black Panther Party. There's one scene, I can't really go into it, but if you know the story of Fred Hampton, there is a very intense scene towards the end, and it was filmed on the 50th anniversary of the actual event, which was extremely powerful and resonated with the actors, and I thought made the scene almost better, like the way that they shot it. You could see the emotion in the whole scene as well. But I'm not going to spoil what the scene is, because if you don't know the story, and I didn't know the story, it's actually pretty interesting just to see the whole situation play out, not knowing how it would end. But anyway, final verdict, this is a watch with a trigger warning. This is not a feel-good movie. If you go into this with your loved one thinking you guys are going to have a nice romantic time, hell no. It has romance in it, but this is definitely a heavy movie with a lot of heavy, still pretty relevant today themes. And, there's definitely moments where you'll either tear up or feel pretty damn bad. So, trigger warning on this one. This is definitely a watch, and I gave it a 9 out of 10. A-. I liked it. It was good. I do recommend it, and if you guys haven't checked it out, it is available on HBO Max for the time being. I'm pretty sure that they change when they release movies and how long they're there. But as of right now, it's on HBO Max. I actually got HBO Max because that's pretty much where all the movies are going to be at this year until the theaters open up. So wear your mask, people, please, because I would love to go to a theater again at some point this year. And that's all for this time. This has been Watch or Skip.